Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of Genshin with Daka. Today we're going to be discussing what is the best weapon for Yoimiya. So, let's start with C tier. We've got any 3-star weapon, obviously. We have the Favonius Bow because it just provides energy recharge. And for Yoimiya, who, yes, you can use it for her burst to get her burst more often, but she's not really good as a support. So it's a little bit useless. And then lastly, we have the Royal Bow, which is just bad. All the royal weapons are bad. Next, we have B tier. We have the Stringless, which is okay because it boosts elemental skill damage. But this damage may not last the entire duration of her elemental skill. It could just be the starting damage. So it might not be that great. We have Alley Hunter, which is bad because Yoimiya is mostly going to be on field and not so much off field, so you can gain the stacks of Alley Hunter, but her skill will be on cooldown, so she might be off field sometime. So it's a copium weapon, but not the best. Next, we have Compound Bow. Compound Bow is pretty bad for Yoimiya because she doesn't do much physical damage unless you have her truly your main DPS. And when her elemental skill is not active for the cooldown, you continuously use her skill or normal attacks. But when you are using her skill, the passive is just going to get wasted. I mean, the substat of the weapon is going to get wasted. Next, we have the Sacrificial Bow. The energy recharge is not that great, but being able to reset her skill cooldown is insane, especially when you can just, after you finish the 10-second duration of the skill, you can just activate it again right away. And lastly, for this tier, we have the Mitternachtswaltz, because Yoimiya will constantly be hitting with her elemental skill, which will then increase her normal attacks, which is her elemental skill. So it's sort of a paradox. Next, we have A tier. So first of all, we have the Crescent Bow, which is good because Yoimiya's charged attack is auto-seeking missiles. So we'll be doing some good charge attack damage, and the charge attacks will always hit the opponent because they're auto-seeking missiles. Next, we have the Verdescent Hunt, which is pretty good because she'll be able to suck up all the enemies because she's not that much of a group DPS character. She's more of a single target, so this will be a good help. Next, we have the Windbloom Ode, which will level up, or which will increase her attack by 32% if you have it at R5, which we got for free during 1.4. And the passive substat, may be good for vaporized comps. Next, we have the Blackcliff Warbow. Now, this weapon is insane because of the crit damage and because of the lovely passive it has where you gain attack after defeating an enemy. Lastly, we have the S tier. So the first weapon on the S tier and the only 4-star weapon on the S tier is Rust. Because Rust will be an insane weapon on Yoimiya because it will increase her normal attack damage, especially if you have refinements. Next, we have the Skyward Harp. It's a good 5-star weapon. It provides some nice crit rate. We have Amos Bow, which will boost her normal and charge attack damage. We have Elegy for the end, which is not that great because it has Elemental Mastery, but it's okay because it is a 5-star weapon. And lastly, we have Yoimiya's best in-slot weapon, the Thundering Pulse. So if you're going to get the Thundering Pulse, definitely use it on Yoimiya. But if you're a free-to-play player, Crescent Bow will be nice, or Blackcliff Warbow, or even Windbloom Ode. They're all really good for free-to-play players. And if you are a free-to-play player and have Rust, then that's going to be even better. So Yoimiya is a really free-to-play friendly character. So thank you for watching, have a nice day, and Genshin with Daka out.